How's it going, everyone? This is Adam from Slurve, Ship My Money on DraftKings, and I'll be breaking down today's pitching for you for June 27th. In my mind, at least early, today's a pretty easy slate for me as far as what I want to do at pitcher. I actually have pretty much the same plays in mind for cash and GPP today because my main priority is going to be to get bats in my lineup because there's not a ton of spots that I really like hitters from today. So I don't expect to be able to get a whole lot of value in my lineup, so lets me pay up at pitcher. And so my emphasis is going to be on getting the hitters in my lineup that I like the best. So my number one pitcher today is Matt Shoemaker at 9,900 on DraftKings against Houston. He has been an elite strikeout pitcher for the last month and a half, and that coincides with him throwing his splitter a lot more than he was early in the season. So I do think that it's sustainable. Houston, as always, is a dangerous team to target pitchers against, but they do also strike out a lot. And I think Shoemaker has some upside, and he's priced cheap enough that if you go him and a cheaper pitcher, you can still fit some good bats into your lineup. So he's my number one cash pitcher. My second pitcher, and I'm not sure which I prefer for cash yet, but it's between Danny Duffy and Colin McHugh. On DraftKings, they're both priced in the same range. Duffy 6,800, McHugh 6,900. And so I think that's going to be something I really dig into throughout the day, which one I like more. But one of them I think will be my second starting pitcher in cash. And I also like them both a lot in tournaments. Duffy is my favorite tournament pitcher because so far this year he's had elite strikeout stuff. His strikeout numbers are actually similar to Syndergaard. I'm not saying that he's close to as good as Syndergaard, but if you look at his K percentage and his swinging strike percentage, they're in the same ballpark, and he's just so cheap. And he's facing a Cardinals team they're a really dangerous offense, but last year they struggled a lot against lefties, and that's continued so far this year. So I'm willing to take the chance, especially in GPPs, on Duffy. Because against righties, he still strikes out 25% of righties. It's just that he gives up some hard contact and he gives up a lot of fly balls. But he is in Kansas City, which is a pitcher's park, so the fly balls are a little bit less of a concern. And while the Cardinals do have a lot of powerful right-handed batters that could have some hard-hit fly balls, I think it's worth the risk just because they struggle so much against left-handed pitching. So I'm willing to err more on the side of Duffy racking up some strikeouts and maybe giving up a home run or two, but not getting blown up by the Cardinals. And then McHugh, I think, is a pretty safe option. I think he's got lower upside than Duffy, but he's facing the Angels in L.A. He gets a lot of fly balls, but the Angels don't have a lot of power hitters, so fly balls in that ballpark don't really worry me. And his strikeout stuff is just too good for where he's priced at. Granted, the Angels don't strike out a lot, but he does have a 22% strikeout rate with about an 11% swinging strike rate, and he faced the Angels in his last start and did get 6 strikeouts. So I do expect him to have, a decent start as far as strikeouts go, but mainly just, have a good start where he goes 6 to 7 innings, gets a handful of strikeouts, maybe gives up a couple runs, but pays off his $6,900 salary. If you wanted to go to Thor in cash games or GPPs, I wouldn't talk you off of it because he does obviously have the highest upside and highest floor on the slate. But my game plan, at least as of right now for this slate, is to go with the cheaper pitchers that I like a lot and just hope that Thor has a mediocre game and that the hitters I'm paying up for help make up that gap. So that's what I'm thinking for right now. My 3 pitchers that I plan on using in any format today are just Shoemaker, Duffy, and McHugh. But stop into the Slurve chat throughout the day, and I'll be in there to talk about any changes that I am making. And we have the expert chat today at 5 p.m. Eastern, so be sure to stop in and listen to that. Good luck today, guys.